Hi everyone. I guess there's one thing about leadership that no one really warns you about, that it can be super lonely. Not the nobody talks to me kind of lonely, but that quiet kind of loneliness that creeps in when everyone's looking to you, but not with you. You're surrounded by people all day, kids, staff, parents, emails, maybe even a few people who bring you coffee, bless them. But there are moments when it all feels like you're standing in the middle of a crowded room, holding everyone else's worries and wondering quietly, who's holding mine? I certainly can remember multiple times like that. Actually, I remember my first time as a principal. I was young, and with it came all this energy and optimism. I had so many ideas and a naive-like determination, and a slightly unhealthy obsession with staff room biscuits, especially those ones like strawberry wafer creams. I loved them. I still do. But I also remember that first Friday afternoon when everyone left for the weekend. I was sitting at my desk, the building was silent, there was the hum of the old fridge in the corner, and I sat there thinking, oh, this is it. I'm it. There's a very specific kind of quiet that comes when the buck stops at your door, isn't there? It's not necessarily unpleasant at the start, just weighty, heavy-like, not only on your shoulders but also in your stomach. And it's that weighty space or place that the loneliness of leadership likes to sneak in. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about self-pity here. Leadership isn't a poor me gig, it's a privilege. But even privileges have edges. And the edge of leadership is that you're often the one holding the tension between everyone else's needs. Staff, students, community, the board, and the mysterious group that we call the ministry, and the even more mysterious person that we call the minister. It's a balancing act, and sometimes you're doing it without anything that even looks remotely like a safety net. The irony is, of course, we're in a people profession. We're all about building and sustaining positive relationships. We talk, we connect, we lead, we mentor, and yet leadership itself can be really isolating. Why? Well, because you can't always share what's on your mind. You can't vent. Venting downwards is incredibly unprofessional, and venting upwards, well, that can feel super risky. I once tried to explain this to a friend outside education. He said, but hey, you're surrounded by people all day. And I said, yep, true. Then imagine being at a party where you're the designated driver, the bouncer, and the DJ all at once. He nodded slowly and went, all right. But there is good news. Loneliness doesn't have to mean being alone. There are ways around to soften it, to find your people, to build small rituals that reconnect you with others. And super importantly, with yourself. For starters, talk to other leaders, and not just about NCEA or audits or staffing shortages or the crazy rewrite of the rewritten curriculum. Talk about life, the good, the messy, the hilarious. You'll be amazed how often the other person says, oh, thank God, me too. And find the colleague you can text to after a board meeting with a single emoji, the eye roll or that explosion one or the clown face. That's your person. And don't underestimate the power of a good laugh. There's something beautifully grounding about humor. It's the great equalizer, isn't it? When you can laugh at the absurdity, the policy changes, the endless forms, the meeting that could have been an email, well, you take the sting out of the solitude. Once I found myself late at night in the office writing a report that no one would ever read, let's face it, listening to the wind howling outside, and I decided to put on my headphones and play Dancing Queen by ABBA. I'm not really an ABBA fan, to be honest, but this song must be in the top 10 greatest singles of all time. 10 seconds in, I started laughing. That song always does it to me. And it was then that I realized that the absurdity of being the lone warrior of paperwork, fighting the good fight late into the night, was just bonkers. For what? Why do you do this? So I went home instead. Best decision all week. Another antidote to loneliness is, step out of the office. Walk through classrooms, talk to kids, watch a 5-year-old explain their drawing of a dragon that looks suspiciously like a potato. That's perspective right there. Leadership feels less lonely when you reconnect with the reason that you lead in the first place. People, learning, joy, and fun. I'm not trying to sound flippant here or to simplify this complicated feeling. It is real. It will come and it will go. But finally, remember this, being a leader doesn't mean being invincible. It's okay to admit you need connection, laughter, support. And I've said this before, this doesn't make you weaker, it makes you real. So if you're feeling the weight of the swivelly chair, Take a walk, send the emoji, phone a fellow principal, or just get out amongst your people. Because what you've got to remember is that while leadership can be lonely, it doesn't have to be isolating. There are ways around that. We're all out here, doing our best, making it up sometimes. Well, often if I'm being honest, keeping the ship afloat with equal parts courage and caffeine. And if you ever need reminding that you're not alone, well, just look around your school. The good stuff's still happening, and you're a part of it. In actual fact, you're a major part of it. And if that's not doing it for you today, or in this instance, then be courageous, put your own well-being first, and go find some people outside of your school or education who always make you feel like the good person that you actually are. Now go and have that coffee, or maybe even a lime thick shake. You've really earned it. Okay, now if you've really enjoyed this video, then you'll undoubtedly enjoy reading my book, Am I Having Fun? It's stacked full of great leadership ideas to help free up your thinking time so that you can enjoy your job a whole heap more. Go and get your copy now.